his mind was like always on 1,000, like always. And it's good in a lot of ways, but then, it's always a price to pay. I don't care what you do.
I'm listening to all this shit right there, but Wolf don't care. He said, yo, them niggas ain't like that. I'm telling you. He ain't like that. You understand? Papa was talking about, I don't need you no more. I don't need you no more. You understand? I'm good.
The Combs family saga has taken a jaw-dropping turn, and the latest rumors are nothing short of shocking. Diddy's arrest in connection with ongoing investigations into his alleged exploits has sent ripples through Hollywood, but what's happening behind the scenes might be even more appalling. The man who once seemed untouchable is now facing not just public scrutiny, but betrayal from the people he trusted the most, his own family. And at the center of this chaos is his mother, Janice Combs, whose actions are raising eyebrows and sparking rumors that she might be orchestrating something far more sinister. Could it be that the person who should be his most steadfast supporter is actually the one pulling the strings to ensure his downfall? Let's dive into the tangled web of family politics, money, and betrayal.
Yeah, but so there's still, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
When Diddy's legal troubles first became public, many assumed his family would rally behind him, offering their unconditional support. After all, this is a man who has spent decades carefully crafting the image of a family-first mogul, a devoted father, a loving son, and a man whose legacy was built not just on his success, but on the strength of his family ties. His children, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, and the twins Jesse and Delilah even released a heartfelt statement shortly after his arrest, proclaiming their unwavering belief in his innocence. They called the past month devastating and said they stood united as a family, promising to support their father every step of the way. It was a touching moment, one that seemed to reinforce the notion that the Combs family was unbreakable no matter the storm. But behind that polished image, cracks have started to show, and insiders are whispering about a far darker reality. While Diddy sits behind bars awaiting trial, rumors are swirling that his mother, Janice, might not be the loyal matriarch she appears to be. According to anonymous sources, Janice has allegedly been in contact with federal authorities, providing them with information that could strengthen their case against her son. The whispers claim that she's not just leaking details about Diddy's alleged activities, but also about the involvement of his children in the family's tangled affairs. If true, this betrayal isn't just shocking, it's downright cold-blooded.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
So why would Janice, a woman who has stood by her son through decades of ups and downs, suddenly turn on him? The answer, some say, lies in the vast fortune Diddy has accumulated over his career. With an estimated net worth of hundreds of millions, Diddy's empire includes everything from his music label to clothing lines, fragrances, and lucrative brand partnerships. And as the legal walls close in around him, the question of who will control that wealth has become a hot topic of discussion within the family. According to insiders, Janice has her sights set on securing the fortune for herself, cutting out not just Diddy, but potentially his children as well. One source close to the family described the situation as a power grab of epic proportions. They claimed that Janice has been quietly maneuvering behind the scenes, using Diddy's legal troubles as an opportunity to position herself as the sole custodian of his empire. She's always been savvy when it comes to money, the source said, but this goes beyond anything anyone could have imagined. It's like she's waiting for him to go down so she can step in and take over. The alleged betrayal has sparked intense speculation about Janice's true motivations. Some believe she's acting out of self-preservation, fearing that the fallout from Diddy's legal troubles could tarnish the family name and jeopardize her own financial stability. Others, however, see her actions as a calculated move to consolidate power, a bid to ensure she maintains control over the family's wealth and legacy, even if it means throwing her son under the bus.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're...
Adding fuel to the fire are reports that Janice has been meeting with lawyers and financial advisors in secret, allegedly preparing for the possibility that Diddy won't be returning home anytime soon. These meetings, sources claim, are focused not on clearing her son's name, but on securing her own position within the family hierarchy. She's making moves like someone who knows what's coming, one insider said. It's almost like she's already written him off. But it's not just Janice's alleged dealings with the authorities that have people talking. Rumors are also swirling about growing tensions between her and Diddy's children, particularly Christian King Combs. According to sources, Christian has been clashing with his grandmother over the management of the family's assets, accusing her of trying to cut him and his siblings out of the picture. These disputes have reportedly led to heated arguments, with Christian demanding answers about where the money is going and Janice refusing to back down.
If they did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in this sexual conduct and being in those spaces, consuming alcohol and things of that nature.
One particularly explosive rumor claims that Christian recently confronted Janice about her alleged involvement in leaking information to the feds. The confrontation reportedly turned ugly, with both sides hurling accusations and threats. Christian feels like she's betraying the entire family, a source said. He's furious and doesn't trust her anymore. It's causing a lot of strain between them. The tension doesn't end there. Insiders say that Janice's actions have created a rift within the family, with some of Diddy's children siding with Christian, while others remain loyal to their grandmother. The twins, Jesse and Delilah, are said to be particularly torn, caught between their loyalty to their father and their close bond with Janice. Meanwhile, Quincy and Justin have reportedly taken a more neutral stance, trying to mediate but ultimately staying out of the fray.
You know, it's still pretty early in the proceedings. I think it's only been about a month or a month and a half since he's been arraigned and held in detention. And so the investigations are always going to be a continuous and ongoing process. I'm sure at this point there's been an exchange of discovery. And not only that, but I think there's been a gag order placed on the attorneys with information that they can and cannot share. But more importantly, it's still very...
The alleged power struggle has also raised questions about the future of Diddy's empire. With his legal troubles mounting and his family seemingly at war with itself, some are wondering whether the Combs brand can survive this scandal intact. Industry insiders have pointed out that the family's infighting could have serious implications for Diddy's business ventures, many of which rely on the perception of a strong, united front. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of this saga is the idea that Janice's alleged betrayal might not be limited to Diddy himself. According to some reports, she's also been sharing information about Christian and Justin's involvement in the family's controversies. Both young men have faced their own legal troubles in recent months, with Christian being accused in a lawsuit of inappropriate behavior at a yacht party and Justin facing allegations of reckless partying and financial irresponsibility. If Janice is indeed feeding these details to the authorities, it could spell disaster not just for Diddy, but for his entire family.
But like I said, the entertainment industry is very, very, very messed up when it comes to, the bigger you get, the more you had to do to get there. And so if you're not willing to put yourself in that position, you kind of have to put your foot down.
The notion that a mother would betray her own son, and potentially her grandchildren, has left many people stunned. But those who know Janice say it's not entirely out of character. Described by some as fiercely protective yet ruthlessly pragmatic, she's a woman who has always done whatever it takes to protect her family's interests. She's not the type to sit back and let things happen, one acquaintance said. If she thinks she needs to take control to save the family, she'll do it, even if it means making some hard choices. Still, the idea that Janice might be willing to sacrifice her son to save herself has sparked outrage among those who see her actions as a betrayal of everything the Combs family stands for.
Everyone keeps saying to me, like, how did you keep, why did you keep going? Why were you there? I'm like, it literally is around me. If I don't stay at home, this is the atmosphere I'm in. Like, I have no choice.
As the rumors continue to swirl, one thing is clear. The Combs family is in crisis, and the fallout from these allegations could have far-reaching consequences. Whether or not Janice is truly orchestrating her son's downfall remains to be seen, but the mere suggestion has cast a shadow over a family that once seemed unshakable. And with tensions running high and alliances shifting by the day, it's anyone's guess how this story will ultimately unfold. The betrayal, the greed, the power struggles. It's a drama worthy of a Hollywood script, and the world is watching to see what happens next. But as the Combs family grapples with the fallout from Diddy's arrest, one question looms large. Can they survive the storm together, or will the pursuit of power and wealth tear them apart for good? Stay tuned, because this saga is far from over.
And he is very, very dominant. Like, he wants to control the situation. He wants to control his inner circle. He wants to make everyone have a good time and enjoy his parties. And so, it is scary, because you think, this person or possibly his social network or the people he's around could make or break your career.
The fallout from Diddy's arrest has unfolded into a full-blown family drama, one that has captivated the public with its mix of betrayal, legal battles, and power struggles. But as the Combs empire teeters on the brink of collapse, it's not just Diddy who finds himself in the crosshairs. His sons, Christian King, Combs, and Justin Combs, are now facing their own set of allegations, and the repercussions could threaten to destroy everything their father has built. The question is, how did things spiral so far out of control, and is there any way for the family to recover? The accusations against Christian and Justin have added a new layer of complexity to the already chaotic situation. Christian, once seen as the heir apparent to Diddy's throne, is now grappling with a lawsuit alleging inappropriate behavior during a yacht party in 2022. According to the plaintiff, Grace, the event was anything but the family-friendly gathering it was billed as. Instead, it allegedly devolved into a chaotic scene that left her feeling trapped and humiliated. Grace's claims paint a troubling picture of a young man who, emboldened by his family's wealth and status, crossed lines that should never be crossed.
I don't know the consequences of what that could have been. So I didn't really talk about it. I should have gone to the police. I should have said something other than to my agent. I'm just thankful that there was somebody there. There was somebody at that party who helped me, because I could have ended up in a really bad situation.
What makes this situation even more damning is the level of detail in Grace's allegations. She claims that Christian pressured her to drink with him, only for her to realize later that something wasn't right. The incident reportedly escalated when Christian became aggressive, grabbing her arm to prevent her from leaving. Grace managed to escape after another staff member intervened, but the damage was already done. Her career in the yachting industry, which she had worked so hard to build, was left in ruins. Adding insult to injury, she claims the yacht's captain dismissed her concerns, suggesting she was overreacting. This kind of gaslighting only deepened her trauma, and the fallout has been devastating. Grace has reportedly struggled with her mental health ever since, battling depression and even losing her long-term partner as a result of the emotional toll. As for Justin, his troubles are of a different nature, but no less damaging to the family's reputation. Known for his flashy lifestyle, Justin has allegedly developed a reputation for throwing out of control parties that leave a trail of destruction in their wake. Real estate agents in Los Angeles are reportedly refusing to rent properties to him, citing past incidents where homes were left in shambles after his gatherings. One broker claimed that Justin would promise a small gathering of 20 people, only for 200 to show up, turning the property into a disaster zone. According to insiders, the damage wasn't just physical. Justin's behavior has left a lasting impression on the city's tight-knit luxury rental market, effectively blacklisting him.
Now, earlier this week, Justin was busted in Beverly Hills for running a red light. Then police discovered he was driving under the influence.
And then there's the lawsuit involving a high-end vehicle. Justin reportedly leased a Bentley in early 2022, agreeing to monthly payments of over 3,000 currency units. But when the bill stopped coming in, the car's leasing company decided to take legal action, demanding not only the remaining balance, but also interest and legal fees. The timing couldn't be worse. With his father's assets potentially tied up in legal proceedings, Justin now finds himself scrambling to keep up appearances while dealing with mounting financial pressure. These individual controversies would be enough to make headlines on their own, but within the context of Diddy's larger legal troubles, they take on an even greater significance. The family's public image has always been a carefully curated part of Diddy's brand, one that emphasized unity, success, and a commitment to excellence. But now, that image is unraveling, revealing cracks that have likely been there all along.
Misa claims she's not protecting Diddy anymore. She didn't go into detail on what she meant, but she vowed to protect all of Diddy's children from his karma.
Observers have noted that the chaos surrounding the Combs family is eerily reminiscent of other high-profile downfalls in Hollywood. It's the classic story of a dynasty undone by its own excesses, where the very qualities that once made them successful, ambition, confidence, and a willingness to push boundaries, become liabilities. For Christian and Justin, the challenge now is not just to clear their names, but to prove that they can rise above the scandals that threaten to define them. The legal implications for the family are staggering. With Diddy already facing serious allegations, the added scrutiny on his sons could complicate his defense. Prosecutors are reportedly exploring the possibility of a broader pattern of behavior within the family, one that could strengthen their case against Diddy. If they succeed in painting the Combs family as a unit that enabled or even perpetuated misconduct, it could spell disaster for all involved.
Says that he had his son bring girls over to the parties, usually underage girls.
And let's not forget about the financial stakes. Diddy's net worth, estimated in the hundreds of millions, is tied to a sprawling empire that includes music, fashion, and spirits, among other ventures. But as the lawsuits pile up and the family's reputation takes a hit, the value of those assets could plummet. Already, insiders are whispering about deals falling through and partnerships being reevaluated. One source close to the family's business operations described the situation as an absolute nightmare, adding that no one wants to be associated with this kind of negative press. The fallout has also extended to the family's social circle. Once a staple of the A-list party scene, the Combs' name is now a source of controversy, with some former friends reportedly distancing themselves to avoid being caught up in the drama. Even celebrities who have long been associated with Diddy are said to be reevaluating their relationships. It's a far cry from the days when an invitation to a Diddy-hosted event was considered the ultimate status symbol.
So there's that part. And then when you're talking about Diddy, you have all the other stuff that we've been hearing for years. Plus,
but perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of this saga is the impact on the younger members of the family. Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah, are said to be struggling to make sense of the turmoil engulfing their family. Insiders describe a tense atmosphere at home, with the twins caught in the middle of the ongoing disputes between their grandmother Janice and their older brothers. The stress is reportedly taking a toll on everyone, with family members walking on eggshells to avoid triggering more conflict. Meanwhile, Janice's role in all of this remains a topic of intense speculation. While she has publicly defended her son, rumors persist that she's been cooperating with authorities behind the scenes. Some see her actions as a pragmatic attempt to protect the family's financial interests, while others view them as a betrayal of the highest order. Either way, her involvement has added another layer of intrigue to an already convoluted story.
Yo, Diddy sons, y'all need to leave LA. Y'all need to go to Utah or somewhere. Go somewhere and hide until your daddy get these legal problems over. Well, yeah, y'all be all right. Because 2 of y'all going to be in jail by Christmas as well. Definitely you, Christian, because you think you too tough.
As the legal battles continue to unfold, the Combs family faces an uncertain future. Diddy's trial, set to begin in the coming months, will undoubtedly be a spectacle, drawing attention from around the world. But the outcome is far from guaranteed, and even if he manages to clear his name, the damage to his reputation and legacy may be irreversible. For Christian and Justin, the road ahead will be equally challenging. Clearing their names will require more than just legal victories. It will demand a complete reinvention of their public personas. Whether they're up to the task remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The days of coasting on their father's name are over.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who he leaves in charge of when he goes and lay down. Because yeah, he still reportedly only have $400 million right now. And after all these lawsuits and judgments and all of that, he gonna have still at least 25 to 50 million once everything's said and done. And that's still a big fortune to look over and, to watch over.
The Combs family drama is a cautionary tale for anyone who has ever aspired to fame and fortune. It's a reminder that even the most carefully constructed empires can crumble under the weight of their own excesses. And while the final chapter of this story has yet to be written, one can't help but wonder whether the Combs family will emerge stronger from this ordeal, or if this marks the beginning of the end for one of entertainment's most iconic in dynasties. As the world watches this saga play out, one thing is certain. The Combs name will never be the same. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing depends on who you ask, but for now, all eyes are on the family as they navigate the most challenging chapter of their lives. Will they rise above the scandals and rebuild their legacy? Or will they be forever defined by the controversies that have consumed them? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity gossip. Until next time, stay tuned and keep the conversation going